In this video, I will continue to talk about prebiotics that can make you young and healthy. Especially, I will focus on lactulose. And then let's go. I believe that you watched my shorter video with the summary of this presentation, and now we will go to more details. As always, I recommend you to download presentation as PDF file so you can get access to the sources of information and understand better how it works. And I remind you that I'm not medical professional, so I am scientist with PhD in physics and mathematics, so at least I can think logically, and my profession is to read sources of information, scientific publications, and then to make conclusions and to propose some model or some idea to explain the phenomenon, and then I check this my idea in experiments or in observations. Let's go. Maintaining our body's defenses against pathogens, viruses, foreign proteins, and toxins is crucial for human health. The epithelium layer of our skin, respiratory system, and gastrointestinal tract serve as the first line of defense. If invaders breach the initial barrier and reach our blood and lymph systems, the endothelium layer lining our vessels acts as the second line of defense, preventing these invaders from entering our tissues. Meanwhile, the immune cells like lymphocytes and neutrophils, monocytes, macrophages, and other immune cells work to locate and neutralize these invaders. Additionally, the blood-brain barrier safeguards our brain, which is the most vital organ for us. So you see that this is the gut lumen. It is and then we have a layer of epithelium cells, and 80% of the immune cells are localized around our guts, because if we get some danger, the more danger is coming from our guts. And then we have to protect these guts first of all. And so let's go. And the blood-brain barrier also important. And if it is destroyed, if this epithelium layer is destroyed, then toxins and foreign proteins and other cells can go to the brain, and it will result in brain inflammation and the loss of cognitive abilities and eventually the death. So the intestinal and respiratory epithelium layers share common features. Both have a mucous layer that coats their inner surfaces, offering protection and aiding in nutrient absorption and gas transport. Okay, the respiratory system is for gas transport, and the intestinal epithelium layer is for nutrient absorption and transport. So this mucous layer produced by goblet cells, which are composed, and this mucous layer is composed of large molecules of glycoproteins. Similarly, just as skin epidermis protects against internal pathogens and irritants, the respiratory and intestinal epithelium layer shields our bodies from natural and harmful substances. Tight junctions between epithelium cells maintain structural integrity and prevent the passage of foreign proteins, pathogens, toxins, and foreign particles, ensuring the barrier effectiveness. Disruption of these barriers can lead to the entry of pathogens and harmful substances into the bloodstream, and then potentially resulting in chronic infections, autoimmune diseases, and even cancer. So you see here the epithelium layer of our guts or intestinal layer. So this is the epithelium layer, and then we have this mucous layer. The thicker the mucous layer, the better it protects from invaders. And if it is thin, then it is the epithelium layer can be easily damaged by pathogens. So the consequences of breaking intestinal respiratory barriers can be severe. As I said, so I just repeat that it is absolutely important for us to, if you want to stay healthy and if you want to live long, this protection of the intestinal and health of the intestinal layer is especially important. And then if we're talking about respiratory barrier, exposure to irritants and smoke and dusty air can harm the respiratory epithelium layer. And chronic inflammation is a common response to long-term exposure to such irritants. And in severe cases, long-term exposure to irritants in the air can lead to lung tissue fibrosis. So it's again, even if respiratory tract is not much important, I mean, it is important for gas transfer, but it is the area of this layer is not is small in comparison with intestinal epithelium layer, and then most of the dangers coming from intestinal, from our gastrointestinal system. So, okay, in severe cases, I was in the small intestine, a mucus acts as a, here not like that, thin barrier, no, right, thin barrier, while in the colon it forms a thicker barrier with two layers, an inner layer devoid of microbes, and the outer layer where the mucus and microbes coexist. Ingesting crude fibers can damage the protective mucus, especially in colon, and epithelium layers also of the intestine, leading to hyperpermeability or so-called leaky gut syndrome. So this condition triggers inflammation and autoimmune reaction. So you have to be very careful, even what you eat. And for example, using of some spices can result in condition of inflammation and for a while leaky gut syndrome development, and then you will see the result like autoimmune reaction of your body. Glycoproteins within the mucus can serve as nutrient source for certain bacteria that consume mucin glycans. Okay, so it's again, if some bacteria can eat this mucus, it's not good at all, but again, we have to do something with this. A compromised mucus layer can result in bacterial invasion, inflammation, immune dysregulation, and onset of chronic or life-threatening conditions. Treating these disorders involves restoring the integrity of the barrier, either by modulating the gut microbiota or using targeted supplements and medications to enhance the epithelium cell function. So it is again, we need some supplements to keep our this mucus and epithelium layer healthy. Preserving the integrity of the mucus and epithelium layer is crucial for maintaining the balanced gut microbiota and overall health, necessitating proper care and attention. So it's again, in my opinion, it is very important because, as I said, 80% of our immune system are concentrated in around our intestines. So it is the biggest gate for infections and for infections and other damage. So tight junctions between the epithelium cells prevent the entry of pathogens and toxins and reduce stress to the immune system. Again, I repeat it, but it is really important, because if our immune system tries to that your body tries to survive, and the immune system tries to fight these infections and then toxins, then again you don't have enough of the protection from development of aging in your body. So here in this slide you see that some microbes, some bacteria can consume mucus layer. They are eating these glycoproteins, and if they consume it and the thickness of the layer is reduced, and then it can be really very easy damaged by other bacteria, or it can be because of inflammation, the junctions between the cells can be disturbed, and then toxins can get to your lymphatic system and blood circulating system. Short-chain fatty acids are fatty acids with fewer than 6 carbon atoms. They are produced by bacteria, beneficial gut bacteria, or we call it probiotics, and these substances which are used as a food is prebiotics. Prebiotics typically are complex carbohydrates like oligosaccharides, resistant starch, pectin, and lactulose. And lactose also can be used in newborn babies. So they undergo fermentation by beneficial bacteria and to produce these short chain fatty acids, and then these short chain fatty acids benefit overall health and serve as energy source for epithelium cells in the gastrointestinal system. Okay, you see, it's again what is important. Important that some prebiotics should work as food source for this bacteria, beneficial bacteria. Otherwise, you will get problem. So I will talk in this presentation about the benefits of lactulose supplementation. This, I believe, the lactulose is the best prebiotic in comparison with other, which are starch and pectin and oligosaccharides. And so lactulose is the best, in my opinion. And lactose also can work if you lactose intolerant, but in my experience, it is a little bit not convenient, not the best for sure. So humans lack the enzymes necessary to digest lactulose, so it is reaches the colon, where the beneficial bacteria convert it into short chain fatty acids and some gases also, leading to increased bacterial mass. It is very, very good that these bacteria, beneficial bacteria, they get this bacterial mass, they produce vitamins, they produce short chain fatty acids, and so it's really good. So what we have, they also produce lactic acid. So what is the difference? Lactulose is consists of fructose and galactose, and lactose consists of galactose and glucose. This can be digested if you have enzymes. If you're a lactose tolerant person, like I am such a person, and it works. It can be used by bacteria to produce short chain fatty acids, but because of some amount of lactose is digested in a small intestine, it is increasing concentration of glucose in my blood, so it is probably not the best. But lactulose promotes the growth of beneficial bacteria while inhibiting potentially pathogenic bacteria. It is really good. So lactose can be converted to lactulose in temperature 60 to 70 degrees Celsius by using basic catalyst like sodium or potassium hydroxide, and the optimal pH for conversion is 10 to 11, and solution then can be neutralized with some acid to reach neutral pH 6-7, and the resultant mixture contain lactulose, unreacted lactose, and byproducts like lactic acid or whatever. And the maximum conversion rate of lactose to lactulose about 80%, and it was observed after 4 hours at 70 degrees Celsius with initial solution of lactose 20%. So lactose is cheap. I buy this lactose, pure lactose in Thailand, just below $4 per kilo. So it is cheap and it is good to use. To use it, I use it as sweetener, but also I try to produce this lactulose, and I will report later about the results. Removing lactose from the reaction product is not necessary because if it is used as supplement or sweetener, so 20% of lactose is not big problem. So, but lactulose is generally well tolerated. However, in large doses, flatulence can appear because gases are produced very efficient. Again, even with lactose, I have so big production of these gases. But again, it is not stinking gases. It is okay. I mean, they are just show me efficiency how lactose and lactulose are so much better than other sources of this short chain fatty acids like resistant starch, cocoa powder, etc. So it is so much better. So lactobacteria and bifidobacteria are crucial for maintaining gut health. Lactobacteria are well known for their health promoting properties, so can go get into details. They ferment complex carbohydrates, producing lactic acid, short chain fatty acids, bioactive peptides, exopolysaccharides and vitamins that contribute to gut homeostasis. Again, so you see that lactobacteria and bifidobacteria are very, very healthy, and we have to do something with it. So if we use probiotics as supplement, it doesn't work. You have to supply food for this beneficial bacteria. So acetate, propionate, and butyrate are main short-chain fatty acids found in the human colon. Acetate primarily produced from lactulose fermentation, especially in the small intestine. It plays a crucial role in regulating immunity, inflammation, and metabolic diseases because acetate, they make acidic reaction inside of our guts. And butyrate is the preferred source energy for colonic epithelium cells. And also these bacteria, beneficial bacteria, do not produce butyrate from lactose fermentation, unfortunately, but cross-feeding with other gut bacteria generates butyrate, and it is okay. It is okay. So what we have this beneficial bacteria like butyrate producing bacteria, and they are getting acetate and from bifidobacteria, and then they produce butyrate. But also what we have production of vitamins like biotin, and we have production of acetate, so it is really very good for health of our epithelium layer. The effects of lactulose vary with dosage, acting as prebiotic if it is 10 grams per day for adults, laxative, it is up to 40 grams per day, or detoxifying agent, more than 60 grams per day. While mainly used for medicinal purposes at medium and high doses for constipation and liver detoxification, low dose lactulose can also be used as prebiotic to stimulate the growth of health promoting bacteria in the gastrointestinal tract. The anacidic environment due to short-chain fatty acids, especially acetates, also enhances mineral bioavailability and reduces ammonia production and absorption from the colon, because if it is acidic environment, ammonia exists as ion, and then ions cannot get through the epithelium layer, so they are removed with feces. The growth of colonic microbial population with lactulose supplementation leads to increased bacterial biomass, which is good. Of course, it is soft and larger little bit feces, but it's okay. And what is, because of larger mass, it leads to shorter intestinal transit times. This is very, very also healthy. And it improves gut health. It improves that no toxins go to our blood and lymphatic system. Lactulose can act as detoxifying agent due to its ability to reduce ammonia levels in the blood at daily doses ranging from 30 to 84 grams. So you can read the publication, but sense is such that it is even if ammonia is produced because of rotten meat in your guts, it will be removed. It will be removed with feces, with excrement, because of acidic reaction inside the gut. So this is how lactulose works. Also, this larger mass of the bacterial mass, it also improves removing of ammonia. So it is very healthy because ammonia is a neurotoxin linked to hepatic encephalopathy. So it is many people in old age suffer from this, and which is this disease or problem characterized by changes in the brain energy metabolism, because the ammonia very easy gets through the blood-brain barrier very easy, and it is damaging your neurons, and it leads to systemic inflammation in the brain, alteration. It's very, very toxic. And mechanism causing brain dysfunction is yet still unknown, but again, if ammonia gets inside and it is toxic, it is maybe obvious. The most common suggestions are related to the liver failure to convert in ammonia to urea and the accumulation of glutamine in the brain. Okay, ammonia can be converted to urea if your liver works properly, but if you have a lot of ammonia from your colon, then and also if you drink alcohol and you get some cirrhosis of the liver, cirrhosis, so some problems with liver or fatty liver disease, then again this it's very common actually in older age. Even people with age of like 20 to 40 suffer from this problem. Because of reduced acidity of gastric juice in older adults, proteins, especially plant-based proteins, cannot be digested properly. So they get to the colon, they are rotting inside, they produce ammonia, and also rotting of these proteins in the colon will produce 3-ethylamine, which is even more toxic. So, and all the pH is changing to alkaline. It is peristalsis is suppressed, and then it leads to constipation and cancer. So it is really very dangerous consequence that you cannot digest meat in older age. So here's the comparison that if digestion of proteins is somehow compromised, we have this inflammation, you have this toxins are getting to our blood system and our lymphatic system. So it's, but if it is healthy, if it is with some prebiotics and you have acidic reaction inside the colon, and then all the and it is improved health of the epithelium layer, but also improved health for your brain and all the tissues. Ammonia and 3-methylamine will be transported to the blood if it is produced in the colon. In the liver, 3-methylamine is further metabolized to 3-methylamine N oxide, which is associated with development of atherosclerosis, cardiovascular disease, so it is even more toxic than ammonia. In the liver, it is, if the liver is not effective in conversion the ammonia to the blood, in the blood to urea, then accumulation of ammonia in blood may lead to hepatic encephalopathy and drop of cognitive abilities and health-related and drop in health-related quality of life. So people cannot drive a car. They have they just, again, brain doesn't work in some situations, some complications. So treatment of these patients with this hepatic encephalopathy is normally done with lactulose in 2-3 doses per day for 3 months, up to 84 grams per day in total. And it resulted in significant improvement in cognitive abilities and then quality of life. It is, again, it's already in clinical practice, but what I'm talking about, that regular use of lactulose to improve your health, improve your, extend your longevity, because clinical trials are short, they're not very long, for 2-3 months, but I'm talking about that the use of these supplements for longer. So the acidification of the colon environment destroys bacteria involved in the production of ammonia, involves peristalsis and suppresses ammonia and 3-methylamine production. Okay, so it's this slide, what medical professionals recommend. It is absolutely, to my opinion, not logical. But so they say, okay, if you follow a protein-rich diet, then you have production of 3-methylamine in the gut, in the colon, and the 3-methylamine will damage, it is very damaging because it can be converted to formaldehyde and dimethylamine, so it is very toxic. Or if it will go to the liver, it will damage the liver, and liver will change it to 3-methylamine oxide, also very toxic, very and then it will go to cancer, cardiometabolic disorders, And well, it is really so they conclude, okay, if it goes so, what we can do, we have to reduce consumption of meat. Well, okay, guys, there is much easier way. Okay, of course, I understand that the elderly, they cannot digest meat and they have to do something. But again, it is possible. If it is possible to use such proteins which are more easily digested, and also to consume amino acids, which you don't need to digest amino acids. Amino acids go directly to your blood, very easy. So the use of lactulose as a laxative and detoxifying agent is very popular in India. Interesting, yeah. Probably it is because most of the Indian population is vegetarian, while the plant-derived proteins are more problematic for digestion than animal-based proteins. Okay, if you get your proteins from plants, it is so difficult to digest them. It is not a way to go. What I propose, the strict carnivore diet with proteins and fat from animals, but it has to be developed further. It has to be adjusted for a little bit adjusted to get much radical life extension. So the elderly in India suffer from elevated production of this trimethylamine, ammonia, and alkaline environment in the colon, suppressed peristalsis and constipation. This is very common. No wonder that the country life expectancy at birth only 69.7 years, and which is much below estimated global average life expectancy, 72.6 years. Meanwhile, Hong Kong has one of the highest meat consumption per capita. It is 664 grams per day. Per capita, it is a lot of protein. Meat in form of meat, but it's a lot, almost 1 kilo per day. With life expectancy 86.5. It is the longest life expectancy. So you see that digestion of the meat-based proteins is more healthy than protein-based proteins, and then again it is difference, huge difference, almost 20 years difference in the longevity. So you decide for yourself what diet to follow. But I'm talking about how to extend your longevity even further. So the carnivore diet is good, but in my opinion, it has to be adjusted to add some prebiotics, to add some substances like complex carbohydrates and special carbohydrates, which are easily consumed by bacteria, beneficial bacteria. This is what I'm talking about. The colon mucus layer reduces contact between luminal flora in epithelium cells, and defects in this barrier can lead to colonic inflammation. So again, there are bacteria which eat this mucus. Okay, then it has to be something. We have to be done something. So in presence of prebiotics, the healthy inner colonic mucus layer grows. It expands towards the intestinal lumen, to inside of the guts at rate 2 micrometers per minute. It is a lot, yeah, because it is pushing the gut microbiota away from the epithelium surface. So you see that prebiotics are very crucial for health of the mucus, so for the protection. And without prebiotics, this growth rate decreases to 0.5 micron per minute, even if you have probiotic supplements like bifidobacteria. So you consume bifidobacteria, it doesn't work. It works, but not efficient as comparison with consumption of prebiotics. Prebiotics are easy to consume. They are cheap, very easy available. So it is again why people don't use it. I don't understand. Regular, every day. Enriching diet with prebiotics, which promote the growth of bifidobacterium, helps to prevent mucus degradation. Again, it is shown already. It is demonstrated that it is the best protection. What is happening in unhealthy guts? This mucus layer is thin, and the epithelium layer can be easily damaged. But if you supply some prebiotics then mucus layer is growing. It is pushing all this bacteria outside from the epithelium layer. Epithelium layer is protected, and it is so much better for health. So excessive bacterial mucus degradation relative to mucus renewal by the host is a significant factor in barrier dysfunction and likely contribute to disease. So without supplements of prebiotics, it just doesn't work. You can forget about the health of your guts. The gut microbiota also affects the whole body metabolism, of course. So diffusion of bacterial endotoxin, lipopolysaccharides, which are extremely toxic from the gut, induces adipose tissue inflammation because it goes to adipose tissue, and the people get inflammation, they get obese, and they suffer from many diseases, including development of the type 2 diabetes. So you can see that again, the prebiotics are absolutely important. So obese humans and mice, as well as those with type 2 diabetes, they have elevated levels of these toxins, of the lipopolysaccharides in plasma. So it is again, if your epithelium layer is not protected, or you have all these toxins, and it leads to obesity, it leads to diabetes. So decide for yourself. So lowering plasma concentration of these toxins through targeted dietary interventions may help treat or prevent gastrointestinal metabolic diseases in the future. The composition of the diet, including supplementation with prebiotics, is a crucial factor affecting the individual health and longevity. This is what I'm talking. So it is so important. So let's talk about what we have to do, what diet to follow. The ketogenic diet is high-fat, moderate protein, low carbohydrates diet designed to achieve ketosis. So you're getting energy from these ketone bodies produced in liver. So the body burns fat for energy, and so it's with this diet, 70-80% of calories are coming from fat, 15 to 30% from protein, only 10% maximum from carbohydrates. This is ketogenic diet. But again, it's not yet perfect, okay? Because if you use carbohydrates like sugar or starch, it is not very healthy. So emerging research suggests that ketogenic diet may affect gut flora. Studies also shown that it can enhance the production of it is this change in the diet will also change the production of short-chain fatty acids, so that instead of this acetate and butyrate, what can be produced, it is beta-hydroxybutyrate, which is also healthy. But a beta-hydroxybutyrate, it is ketone bodies, it can be supplied by blood from your liver. So it is so again, if you don't combine ketogenic diet with supplements of the prebiotics, it's probably not very healthy. But again, I started my trip to longevity starting from ketogenic diet. Eventually, I came to the conclusion that ketogenic diet with the use of a lot of this dietary fiber is not good. The much better is diet with animal meat and fat. Okay, let's go a little bit to this. However, according to medical professionals, again, this opinion I don't support, but yet again, there can be problem. Following a strict ketogenic diet may lead to constipation due to the lack of dietary fibers and alkaline pH in the colon. It can be so. You have to be careful. And also increased risk of kidney stones and liver disease. If you consume a lot of vegetables, then you can get kidney stones because of accumulation of oxalates in your body, and you can get liver disease, and especially if you combine it with vegetable oils. So it's in deficiency of vitamins, so like C and K and folate. It's again, Ketogenic diet is not optimal, but carnivore diet is more restrictive form of the ketogenic diet. So you also getting energy from fat mostly. So it is emphasized the consumption of fatty meat and animal fats, excluding all plant-based foods and sugars. While some people report benefits such as weight loss, decreased inflammation, and improved joint health, there are drawbacks. Okay, again, it is working especially for younger people. It works for sure. So you will find a lot in internet. You will find a lot of information about that, how health was improved in people below 50 or below 40 years. And then again, it works. But as you are getting older, you are getting problem with digestion of meat, and you have to do something. You have to adjust your carnivore diet so that you will not have this rotten meat in the colon. So, and how to do it, then again, absence of prebiotics and dietary fibers may impact gut health. Again, these medical professionals in these recommendations, they are correct. So, and again, if you use this animal-based proteins and fat, they can be completely digested, so you have no nothing, no feces again, and then it can develop some constipation in principle, and especially problems. And again, if you don't, if you cannot digest the meat properly, then you can have constipation. So be careful with this. Okay, it needs some more care. And also, as people age, acidity of the gastric juice decreases, making it harder to digest meat. So you have to decide what kind of protein or animal-based proteins you can use. So, like beef is very much popular, but beef is difficult to digest, unfortunately. So you have to decide, maybe take fish or eggs. Eggs are relatively easy to digest. Maybe the best protein source is eggs, good quality eggs. So you have to decide what to do. And to my opinion, also you have to add some amino acids, because amino acids are no need to digest them. You just get it and they go into your blood. Undigested meat in the colon can lead to release of ammonia, trimethylamine, and other toxins with severe consequences for mental abilities and health. Again, all the people on this diet can develop brain fog, can develop some self-intoxication, so be careful. I don't say it is bad, but you have to adapt to this diet. You have to go slowly. You have to find what is the best composition of the animal based food for you. And again, to my opinion, again, the eggs and dairy products, for me, dairy products work perfect, and I eat a lot of dairy in my life. So, and therefore, medical professionals again recommend reducing the consumption of proteins in older adults to below 0.8 gram per kilo of body weight. This is completely ridiculous. I'm quite much opposite to this, because in my opinion, you need a lot of protein, up to 2 grams per kilo of body weight, or even more. But again, you have to be careful with this, because you have to digest it, and there are some methods to improve digestion. So, but again, you need a lot of protein. It's 0.8 gram is not enough. Sarcopenia may develop, your health will be ruined. So, and also transitioning to carnivore and ketogenic diet may take longer than 6 months. I was suffering quite long on ketogenic diet, and then it needs supplements of some salts, and special potassium and magnesium, and you need. So it is not very easy. It includes some suffering, but eventually, if your body is adapted, carnivore diet is perfect, but it can be adjusted further. If you want to live much longer, it can be adjusted further. So what we have, why it has to be, why it is for radical lifespan extension, it is not enough. Why? Okay, let's go. Hunter-gatherers and members of Maasai tribe in Africa, who follow carnivore diet are taller and have very good health, so it is work for young people, absolutely perfect, but they don't live significantly longer than members of neighboring tribes that rely on plant-based foods. Okay, you see that again, when people are getting older, not easy to digest meat, not easy to digest some animal-based food, not easy, so you have to be careful. So what is happening with all the Maasai individuals in particular suffer from autoimmune diseases like arthritis. Again, why? Because if meat is not digested, what is happening, it is intoxicating your body because of production of ammonia and trimethylamine in your gut. So you have to be, to decide for yourself how to do it. And there is evidence linking autoimmune diseases to gut microbiome health. Of course, it is quite obvious, but there is publications on it. Imbalances in the gut microbiome can contribute to autoimmune diseases. As I always say, 80% of the immune system resides in the gut lining. If you produce a lot of these toxins in your colon, forget about your health. It is immune system is overloaded. Immune system, instead of making maintenance for all your body and keeping you young and healthy, it is tries to keep you alive. It is not enough to be alive. You have to stay healthy, and then to stay healthy, you have to improve this protecting layer of mucus and epithelium layer, and you need adjustment of the carnivore diet with additives of prebiotics. Okay, dysfunctional gut barriers can lead to the migration of gut bacteria to the blood, triggering systemic autoimmune reactions. This is why all the Maasai people, they eventually get intoxicated and from not digested meat, and they eventually live not very long. So what is in older age, you can see psoriatic arthritis, you can see rheumatoid arthritis. This arthritis is also related to accumulation of oxalates in your blood, so you cannot combine fibers from plants, or you cannot use vegetables, to my opinion. If you want to stay healthy, it is no way. Oxalates, you have to remove oxalates from your body, or otherwise you will suffer a lot. So this is again about psoriatic arthritis, skin is damaged. If you have this problem, so you know why, because you cannot digest meat, but the solution is not to reduce consumption of meat, but to improve digestion of your meat. There are steps. I was also always talking about this, how to improve digestion. And then, okay, it's possible to improve your health and staying on carnivore diet. So I proposed previously to modify the carnivore diet and include resistant starches, cocoa powder, mushrooms as food sources for the beneficial bacteria in the colon. Especially mushrooms are very well working, but it is little bit more, I would say, not convenient and a little bit more expensive to eat mushrooms every day. So if you eat too much, you get too much of the gases produced in the colon. So it is again a little bit tricky. So, but mushrooms, of course, the best. If you can make powder from dry mushrooms and use it while you're cooking, yeah, just do it. Godspeed. Lactose appeared to be more efficient because I tried the lactose and I got this lactose very cheap. It is below $4 per kilo, and I use it, and it produces a lot of gases in comparison with cocoa powder on resistant starches, which are potato starch and cassava starch. So it works quite good, and I see improvement. Because my immune system is very strong, and if there is some leaky gut syndrome which can develop, for example, if I take too much spices, then I see some spots of psoriasis on my legs or whatever. So not big, but yet I see that it is a problem. So I stopped to use spices like pepper, long Indian pepper I used, but now I try to limit it because it's healthy, but in some limited amounts. So lactose is good. It is producing a lot of gases, so it indicates that it is much more efficient per gram, at least in comparison with this resistant starch or cocoa powder. Mushrooms, not bad again, not bad. If you can afford it or if it is okay, you can take mushrooms, no problem. Or maybe with this. But again, I am a lactose tolerant person, so if I consume lactose, part of it or maybe big part of it may be digested in the in the small intestine, and it will increase levels of glucose in my blood. So it may bring me out of ketosis. This I don't want. I want to stay in ketosis. So also what normally recommended, it is like fibers, it is inulin. Inulin, you can buy it, but again I don't think it is good. So inulin is dietary fiber which promotes the growth of beneficial gut bacteria. You can buy it, but it is fibers. It is fiber from fruits and some vegetables. While both inulin and lactulose improve the growth of beneficial bacteria and reduce inflammation, the intake of lactulose is more efficient in suppressing the growth of pathogens and shortening the intestinal transit time. There is a relatively recent publication. Okay, then you can read, and then okay, it's lactulose much easier. Also, the high intake of fiber may produce pain in sensitive people, and I don't think it is good idea, because again, fibers can damage your mucous layer. They can damage epithelium layer. You have to be very careful. And again, all my idea, you see what I'm talking about. In young age, we have a lot of bifidobacteria. So our gut microbiome is very healthy. My idea that instead of this development of this unhealthy microbiome and producing a lot of toxins in your guts, you have to shift to this this stage when you which corresponds to about the gut, about the microbiome of the newborn baby, and then it will be really healthy. So it also somehow I have some idea, I mean suspicion that production of elastin fibers drops because we have more toxins from the guts. If we have more toxins, we have inflammation in our body, and then this inflammation probably slow down the production of elastin fibers. Okay, let's go. I will talk about this in this slide. Skin aging, characterized by wrinkles, pigmentation issues, and dryness, is a common concern among the elderly, primarily due to a decline in elastin content as they age. This is quite normal. Already in early adulthood, production of elastin fibers is suppressed. Okay, this is why we are aging. This is why we don't live too long, because we cannot produce elastin fibers any longer in the adulthood. And then all the development of this aging is because of increased stiffness of the extracellular matrix. So recent research has shed light on the gut-skin axis, revealing that composition of the intestinal microbiota can impact skin health. Improving gut health can be a tool to improve various skin conditions due to reduced oxidative stress and inflammation, as well as supporting immune function. So again, if your gut is healthy, if you are protected, then we have definite evidence that elasticity of skin is improving. What it means? It means more elastin fibers are produced. Previously, I was thinking that elastin fibers need some supplements like garlic. garlic and dill seeds and some few other supplements which can help. But now I think, yeah, that's we can improve our gut health, and then we reduce oxidative stress, we reduce inflammation, and there are evidence in recent publications that it can ignite elastin fiber production. So quite amazing, this very recent publications. So both oral and topical probiotics show promise for modulating the skin microbiome and gut-skin microbial interaction. This little bit probiotics, it's again consuming bifidobacteria. It's again not exactly my ideas, but a combination of probiotics with prebiotics. So it will definitely improve gut health, and it has to show that it has to, I mean, this modulation could potentially prevent and treat skin photoaging, again, due to inhibition of extracellular matrix stiffening. Okay, you see again, so destruction of these elastin fibers can be slowed down or prevented with if your gut health is improved. So, and also it is suppression of inflammatory reactions and maintenance of immune balance. So if your guts are healthy, your immune system is not under stress. Your immune system can manage with other problems, and then again, I believe that again it needs some research. It needs, but again, I believe that this why I'm talking about why this idea came to me. I believe that stiffening of extracellular matrix, especially blood vessels, are the root cause of aging. I explained it many in my publications. So it is not aging or aging of cells, what other people propose. No, I'm scientist. I can think logically. Again, to my opinion, aging is because of stiffening of extracellular matrix, especially blood vessels. So, and why? Elastin fibers destruction in the extracellular matrix and arteries is the first state of aging. Okay, so we have to slow down or maybe produce some elastin fibers. So because despite of the fibroblast smooth muscle cells and other endothelium cells are producing tropoelastin, these short molecules which are necessary for elastin fiber production, even in older age it is happening. Yeah, but starting from early adulthood, elastin fibers are not synthesized from tropoelastin. Why? Because again, I have suspicions that it is because of development of inflammation, because of these toxins are coming to our blood system and the lymphatic system. So and again, as from these publications we may see that improving gut health may improve elasticity of skin. So it is some indication, not direct indication, but we can logically conclude that it helps to start production of elastin fibers. Elastin fibers can be damaged by ultraviolet, or they can be damaged by age. Age relates to oxidative stress. So it is again, if we see improvement of the elasticity in the skin, it is clear indication that improving gut health may improve elasticity of skin, and not only skin, but also elasticity of blood vessels, and we can reverse aging. So this is my idea. So yet more research is necessary, of course. Yeah, it will take time, so I will try to do it, and I will disclose details in some further videos. So as a conclusion, I may claim that combination of carnivore diet with amino acids and maybe easy to digest sources of protein, this combination with lactulose supplements potentially may result in rejuvenation of our bodies. Okay? And if it is so, it can be a real breakthrough in the anti-aging treatment of the elderly. It is so easy. Okay, guys, it is so easy. Then a way to live forever young is open for anybody, because, again, you don't need expensive procedures. You don't need stem cells. You don't need some very complicated treatments, what you can buy for 100,000 American dollars. No, you need just this lactulose supplements. And you need adjustment of your carnivore diet to improve digestion of meat, And again, even if digestion of meat is not so good, with a large doses of lactose, then it will heal out, so that the environment inside the colon will be acidic, and with acidic environment, ammonia is not getting, and toxins are not produced in the colon, they are getting out with feces. Okay, this is a breakthrough for peanuts. Okay, guys, if you want support this research, okay, contact me. Okay, because okay, you can go to the sources of information. And again, I'm not medical professional. What I conclude, what are my conclusions are different, are much different from from what medical professionals recommend. Because again, I can think logically, and this is my profession, this is my skill, which I developed in my life, that to read a lot of publications, scientific publication, and connect dots, make logical conclusions from observations of other people, then to make experiments. And I don't have any money to make experiments with animals, so I make experiments with my body. You see how much risk I take, and I hope I will be rewarded with results that I will live much longer. I already quite healthy, and last 25 years I never was sick, even with the flu. So I don't need any opinion of medical professionals. Thank you very much. I am doctor myself. I am doctor in science. Okay. So if you want to support me, the minimum what you can do it is press button like and bell buttons, and subscribe to my channel, share this video with your friends. Maybe you want to support this research, and maybe you want to participate in this. Contact me with Telegram channel, and have a wonderful day. Ciao, ciao.